Okay, Michael here. On the road in New Mexico. Been traveling around, seeing the landscape, seeing the different stuff here. I'm thinking a lot about perception again. I'd like to talk about the perception of self and space. Where do we exist among everything else? Where are the boundaries? How do we fit within everything, especially with our sounds that we make? The sounds allow us to expand that personal self space that we have, where we are, into a greater awareness. We're getting lost in the sounds and moving out of linear clock time, our nemesis there. We get to dissolve the barriers, and in an interesting way, the world becomes smaller, more compact. It also becomes larger, more expanded. And for me, when I'm in that liminal space there, I cease to be. It's just the space. I really cease to be and just become a part of the whole, a part of the great mystery, as it were. Time ceases, space ceases. It's really just the here and the now. I am just being. And at that point, I'm running purely on instinct, intuition, whatever you want to call it. It's not conscious thinking. I'm just being as opposed to doing. How many of you have had that experience? How many of you have found themselves in other realms, found themselves elsewhere, transported by the sounds? I've had many out-of-body type of experiences where I've gone to different areas, different places, or again, where I just exist in a state of, I don't want to describe it as nothingness, because it's not nothing, but I just exist. And there are no borders, there's no boundaries, there's no separation of me and the rest of everything out there, everything at large. And I think often we look at, we're playing, making sounds for others, but what about ourselves, our self-perception? What about the effect everything has on us? And that's important to think about that. You can't just toss that off like it's nothing. No, it's very important. So here I am, sitting on the balcony of the hotel in Santa Fe. The birds flying by. It's kind of a cool morning. Cloudy today. But a big part here is taking in everything that's different than my usual experience. I mean, the architecture in the Southwest is definitely different than in the Midwest. The weather is different. The vegetation, since we're out in a a desert realm as opposed to I live in a very lush forested realm. This is a desert realm. Taking in that, taking in the artwork, I've been to many galleries and that, very different colors, a different aesthetic, and soaking that up. Putting it all here, and I will think about it over the next few weeks and use it to inspire more sound work. Because that's what you need to do. Put everything in here and use it. Perception of self and space. Think about it. Where are you? Where are you when you play? I think that's a question to answer. If you're in your head, if you're here, you got to learn to get out of there. You can't just be thinking about doing. You can't think at all and you can't do. You just have to be. And it takes time to learn to get to that state of be. But think about it. Ask yourself, where am I when I play? And maybe the next time you are in your sound studio or even at a session, just kind of while you're playing or in between things, take a mental note. Where am I? Am I still consciously here? Am I still physically, consciously here? Or am I in a state of expanded awareness, expanded time and space awareness? Have I taken this and moved it out? Made it bigger, yet brought everything in to make it smaller. There's that sort of a paradox there. So, look at it that way. Ask yourself that question. Got the birds flying by. We'll see you in the next Cuppa Talks.